Moving around. What's going on, guys? It's Eric from Waterwave TV. We're here with everyone that lives in the Waterwave house at the Waterwave HQ.
Whole lot of
I'm
wave
Eric.
shit.
I'll let everyone introduce themselves from left to right, starting with Calvino.
I'm Vino, Calvino, Young Goat.
Reese LaRoe.
It's that young P nigga Ouija.
You're talking to your mic.
That young P nigga Ouija, you know how he coming?
You gotta hold it like a mic.
Nigga.
I'm just saying that's the point of having the mic.
Alright, bro, alright.
So what we're doing today is a Waterwave Q&A video because we're recording this on the 17th, but tomorrow the 18th. What's up with you, dude? Tomorrow on the 18th is our 2-year anniversary of Waterwave TV, and it's crazy. It's only been 2 years. It feels like it's been longer, honestly, but I feel like we've grown a lot within 2 years. So we'll get right into it with the questions that you guys submitted. I put some of them in just order so that would make sense. A question came in and said, how'd you get the name Waterwave? I could answer that one. When I was in high school, me and my friends used to try to drink water more, like we were trying to get healthier and whatnot. So we would say water's the new wave, water's the new wave. And then that name ended up clicking later along the story when I went to River Falls, Wisconsin for school. And I was taking a business law class, and we were pretending to be record label owners and trying to sign an artist. And we were just doing that in class. And then when I was bored on the side, I was writing, I was drawing on my own label names, and I came up with Waterwave Records. And then it turned into me wanting to do Waterwave TV. So that's how the name came, Waterwave. Next question was, how did all of us meet? I'll go left to right. Start with Calvino, maybe the journey of how you chose to go to River. Well, we all met in River Falls, Wisconsin, besides Ouija.
Sorry.
But we'll get into the stories. We'll start from left to right, maybe why you chose to go to River Falls.
Okay. I chose to go to River Falls to pursue an animal science degree. You know, young nigga like his animals, young nigga like his pets. I met this nigga Eric during football, and we was football players together, ran drills together, ran the field together. And then I met Reese, and we ran the field together in a different way. and basically, Ouija I met at my first ever show.
Yes, sir.
And then I guess they'll just go into detail about
Yeah.
it.
So I chose River Falls because it was cheap for school, and it was accredited business school, whatever. I don't know what the word accredited means. I just know it was better than a non-accredited business school, and to play football, like he said. And then that's how we met Reese basically the same way. I was introduced to Reese and the whole PC through Calvino and Jug and Dre and all them. And then also met Ouija at Calvino's first show, which is also the first ever concert I ever attended, was Calvino's first show. And where I met him.
That's crazy.
And then I chose to go to River Falls with Tez and Hunty, because Hunty was playing hockey and we all wanted to get a house together. And so we decided to start throwing parties at our house, and we named our house the Private Club, or PC for short. And so, like, we wanted, like, a bunch of young guys on campus to, like, chill with. And so we met and started hanging out with Kelvin and Jug and Dre, Eric. And so then we just went from being the PC into becoming Waterwave because we were all studying business and wanted to pursue music.
What's your perception of the side of the story?
Shit. I pretty much met the gang at this one showcase. It was probably one of my third show I ever did in my career. So I pulled up late as fuck, so I didn't even really see too many people perform like that. But I performed, and after I got off stage, my nigga Eric came up to me and he was like, "Hey, bro, like, I fuck with one of the songs you." So that shit was like, I was rocking with it. So the nigga came, so we ended up on Snap, added me on Snap, and we ended up linking when I was still like towards the end of high school. Shit, and then we've been on ever since, and we've been on the dream, that Waterwave dream, you feel me?
Before we get too far, I think Calvino has something coming on 420.
On me, Black Sheep tape coming on all platforms. Make sure you
Go
get
get
that
that.
shit
Go get
and
that.
download that shit. I got features with my brothers, two of my brothers at the end of this couch. Got good features, Mighty LT, Jugman Smooth, and plenty more on the way. You know what I mean?
All right, next question we had was the hardest part of starting Waterwave. And I feel like, in general, is just like getting it off the ground and just trying to get that message out to people that of what we are doing, because there's a lot of people with us with a hustle going on, and just the name Waterwave TV doesn't tell you, like, it's not like it's Minnesota rap music promotion, group, like you gotta really like explain what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you have a different perception of the hardest part.
I would say definitely the hardest part to me was probably getting people to like really get on board with what we were doing, like you said, but like definitely getting like those first like 1,000 followers, first 1,000 subscribers. That shit was like treacherous. Like so many asking like people like one-on-one, like, yo, could you subscribe to this channel, like check my channel out type shit. And like it was hard to like keep like a real fan base, but I feel like after like a while, like a lot of people really saw the vision and like stayed.
Yeah, it definitely was hard because it's like people just see you doing something and they like, it's almost like instead of like them seeing, oh, them doing this could benefit me, they see it as, oh, they're just trying to do something for themselves.
Yeah,
but
right.
we're on the mission to where like the product and services we're offering can benefit a lot more people than just ourselves. Okay. So that was definitely like that, giving that message out to people was a struggle along the way, for sure.
Yeah, and that goes on to say, like, with the next question, it was what tactic was most successful in growing Waterwave. And I'd say that, like, just going out and networking. Like, we started off Waterwave. We went to, like, different college homecomings and just started letting people know that we were going to start promoting Minnesota rappers and just connecting anybody who wanted to, like, throw parties or be an entrepreneur or, like, influence MN in some type of way to, like, connect with us as, like, a basis, kind of, like a hub, I'd say. And so then, from then, like, we went to a bunch of concerts and just shot recaps for free and met a bunch of artists and then start sliding into clubs and meeting the promoters. And yeah, just went on from there, just constantly networking and giving out free content, really. Definitely got to provide some type of value before you expect people to give you anything, especially money.
Yeah. The homecoming tour thing we did, like, it wasn't like a real on tour, but we just basically went to the homecomings that we thought were going to be a good turnout of people to be at. You know, like Mankato, U of M, and back in our hometown, not hometown, but like the college we all went to, River Falls, just to kind of just let people know we're still doing this and let people know that didn't know before that we are doing that. So yeah, that was definitely probably one of our biggest tactics in getting to know and just not being afraid to go tell people. Next question: how do local artists get noticed or supported by Waterwave? I would say the best way to get noticed is to do something so that there's no way I don't see it. Like, a lot of people will like just like, you know, like will think that they're doing the most to get noticed by someone or to make to be called up next. But like, if you have to tell somebody that you're up next, then you're not up next. Like, someone should just know that you're up next.
I mean,
like,
that's not something that you should state yourself.
Yeah, so like, if you're making good music or dropping good visuals, there's no way I'm not gonna see it. But also, if you're sending me DMs with your music, I listen to like 95% of the like links I get in my DMs. So that's a good way to get noticed. Supported by Waterwave, basically the same thing. If I like your shit, I'll repost it for free. You know, like if I hear something I like or see something I like, I just repost it to let the world know what's going on.
Yeah, we're very supportive. We started off doing all this for free. It's like we didn't get all this buzz from nothing.
And we listen to it. We listen to a lot of people too.
Yeah, we do our live streams where we listen to your music, and it's either like $1 to listen to your song, or it's free and $2 for a music video, like something like that. So it changes variation to stream. So make sure you tune into our live streams, because that's a great way to get heard and to get on our Spotify playlist. It's a Waterwave TV, Minnesota's top pick, something like that. It's named something around those lines. But we have a Spotify playlist, and if I like your song on the live, I put it on the playlist. So
Yes, sir.
that's how that goes. We'll get right into the next question. What do you see along this path to success? That's something you needed, something to achieve that drives you, something that I need, and something to achieve that drives me personally, or the whole crew each individually. So for Waterwave as a goal, I want it to be a hub that puts on for people in Minnesota, like basically, like it's something we're probably gonna reiterate a lot in this video, but basically just a place that anyone can go to and see an interview with this designer, see an interview with that artist that did this thing, like, and they're on, and the majority of them, from Minnesota. Obviously, our biggest videos might be stars that have nothing to do with Minnesota, but that's only gonna help the platform grow to be able to put people on from Minnesota. So. But if you're saying like end game, like end road, what I really want is like maybe like a label where I'm signing artists and I'm shooting really professional, high quality videos, and just be that first label that just like is like the Minnesota label.
Yeah,
but,
the real Minnesota label that takes off.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know if you guys have different goals like musically too. Like,
No, I'm definitely huge on the label route, like of becoming like a really big staple in Minnesota music history and shit. Like that, niggas out here, we're trying to shoot as far up as you could possibly get.
Yeah, I
out
mean,
here
we
and
just
shit,
like
to be
we're
honest.
a brand, so
Yeah.
like we're the sky's the limit for us.
It really
any
is.
any form of like money or like business we could or imagine stepping in, we just gonna do it just cause. Like why not? Facts.
next question that was asked, what is Waterwave going to look like in 10 years? It's kind of like that, but it's kind of the same question. But I'd say 10 years from now, I would say we're past our, like we're as big as we're big as we've ever been in 10 years. Like we'll be bigger 10 years from now than we were 9 years from now.
Definitely.
I would say at that point we're selling out shows just because it's a Waterwave put on event. And we're bringing out the best artists.
Shit, probably
I would
like
say by then-
festivals.
Yeah,
honestly,
it'd be like a Waterwave
we'd
festival.
Be like, we'd all be in our mid-30s.
Yeah.
Bigger artist
Yeah.
interviews, like daily.
we'll
damn
be
near,
really that. Like we're gonna have like a professional storefront where every mainstream artist that comes through Minnesota is gonna stop into our shop,
Literally.
say what's up, do a quick interview. We're gonna throw some merch on their back, and they're gonna do whatever, and then go to their show that night, and probably bring all of us out to it. That's where we're gonna be at 10 years. Also, hopefully starting our label by then. But I definitely don't think our label will be at its peak in 10 years. I think that's like a 20-year plan down the line, maybe 30-year plan, where the label is really at its peak, and we're signing artists and putting out the content that is needed.
And we
from
have the
label.
credibility to do so. And music, the music business clout, I feel like.
Yeah.
The scene has to grow a little bit more for that shit.
Yeah.
But on time.
Facts.
Next question. A question I was asked was, how did I learn to make videos? Everything I learned was either YouTube or I started the first time I ever learned to make videos was all just teaching myself. But then my freshman year, actually no, my sophomore year of college, the only semester I did my sophomore year, I took one film class, and that helped me learn how to like direct videos a little bit better, like visualize scene by scene, like cuts, like what needs to happen to make a movie. But overall, learning edits and everything was all online. I basically self-taught everything, and I obviously have a lot of room to improve. So, but I've came a long way. I've been making videos for almost vlog style videos for almost 3 years. I've been doing music videos for I'd say like a year total of like actually trying to make them. But a follow up from that is don't be scared to try something, because everything's online and can teach you nowadays.
Don't be scared, ho.
You can learn everything online.
For real, nobody started off as a pro at anything. Like you could either be naturally born talent or naturally disciplined. So you just have a good support system behind you too. That helps when you're trying new things.
You have niggas around you that constantly motivate you.
Mm-hmm. I also like to say before we get too far, us four right here is not the only members of Waterwave. You could say Waterwave branches on really far. I guess like the main creators of it, main people that were around within like the first months of it happening, would have been us four, as well as Jugman Smooth, Dre Carter, Hunter, Tezzy Bands, Angelito, and I guess Sauce was kind of there at the beginning of it. Shout out Sauce. And then like we also like there's a bunch of artists that are attached to it as well. I could go in depth, but artists off the top of my head, Jake Giller, Tracing Green, Wizard Raph, NZ Rose, and everyone here. So yeah, I'm not missing anyone. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are like the artists that are like with Waterwave, if you like to say that. But we'll get right into the next question. Next question was, how do you stay consistent with videos or any content in general? Basically just not overthinking anything you decide to make. Like if I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna do a news episode on these two things I heard about, and I'm gonna deep digger into it, I'm just gonna do it. Like there's a lot of things where it's like if you think of an idea, you just have to do it and just put it out there, regardless if it looks the way you wanted it to look or not. You just gotta put it out there because it's better than like 50 views is better than 0. Regardless if you wanted 5,000, if you got 50 views, that's better than 0 views.
Yeah, literally anything is content. We just literally live out our daily lives basically, and if we get invited to do something or if not, we just vlog our day. Whatever happens. Mm-hmm. Usually something happens because why not?
Life niggas live.
For real. Next question was, how do you keep things fresh? I'd say I don't even know how you like. I did like honestly. I live like my life day by day.
That's how we keep things fresh, by living day to day. We wake up and we're like, what are we gonna do today?
So that's honestly probably the answer. Day by day, and not being scared to ask to go to events. Like 90% of the events that I have gotten into to record to is because I've reached out and asked to go, not because I was invited to go.
No, definitely a major key is interacting on social media. Social media is called social media for a reason. We're not on there to be just watching all the time. You're supposed to be commenting, DMing people, networking. You gotta be social. For real.
You got the app, man.
All right, next one we'll go down the line and come up with these ones, but it's our favorite moments. Someone asked, what is our favorite moments? So I feel like we can, like, along the journey of the past 2 years is what I would call it.
Oh my God.
Oh, you want to go first? You got maybe just like a couple. How about everyone?
So many.
All right, everyone. You do 3.
All right, we can do 3.
You do 3.
Three quick ones.
But you can't do the same 3 as the person before.
All right, bet. That'll work. So
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll have a lot.
because there's so many of them.
I would definitely say my first favorite moment is like throwing our first show in RF.
Yep.
And like seeing all the love like that we like accumulated off just starting it off a couple of months and shit.
Yeah, that
and
was
like having like a real set of like our first artists like that we still fuck with today, like and shit.
I'm about to drop
like,
a throwback vlog of that too
me.
tomorrow. If you're watching this on the 18th, on the 19th, our first ever show vlog that never dropped is gonna drop. So sneak peek.
Yeah, and like I feel like that moment, like that's when I knew, like I was like, bro, we got some crazy shit going on that like that nobody know about.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to whoever came. Shout out to who was there too. If you weren't from, because I remember there's a few people that slid out that weren't even from Wisconsin. Wasn't Johnny XO there? Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Dre.
Shout out RF. Shout out Black Student Union and RF for having faith in the kids and like putting actual money into us and shit for our first event. But I'd say definitely the second event that I fucked with.
Which one was our second one?
Like the second one that we did, or like
second favorite memory.
My second.
Oh
favorite,
yeah.
My second favorite one is probably. I had to say our second time going to Vegas, maybe.
When we shot the video?
Yeah, shooting the video was fucking crazy. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Jug in a fucking minute, but seeing him was great. And, like, just like being back on our vibes and shit. And in both times going to Vegas was fucking crazy. Like we met Kid Hazel and shit, and like I don't even know. Niggas was just so high I couldn't even like stay up half the time I was in Vegas. But like, yeah, that was my second one, and I guess my third one was going back to River Falls. That shit was crazy. I ain't know niggas
For the most recent one?
For the most recent one. I ain't know niggas was still showing love, but niggas still show the kid love. So.
Yeah, we went back and performed at their African Culture Night and their most recent one this past year, and it was pretty lit. Dudes spilling drinks. But I'll move on to my three. So I'd obviously include all the three he said. But other than that, I'd say meeting Adam 22 is definitely probably my number one besides throwing our first show, because he's someone I've definitely watched the past like 3 years and aspire to be like. So meeting Adam 22 is up there. Shit. I don't know, there's so many. I definitely say just the Snowda Fest, the 2018 going into 2019 Snowda Fest. Tezzy Bands plugged it in, got me backstage. And I was with Young Gravy, Bobby Raps, Germ, Tip, Mr. Organic. I got to go on stage for Chief Keef.
That shit was so crazy.
It was probably the most famous night I've had in the water wave journey. Yeah. My third favorite moment, it's got to be the Call of Duty event. We did with Minnesota Rocker. It's up there. The Call of Duty League. We have a Minnesota Call of Duty team, if you didn't know. That's in the official Call of Duty League. And they had the first ever Call of Duty League event. The launch weekend was in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Armory. We got media passes for it. We were in all the we were in all the press conferences. I got to meet one of my other idols, Optic Hex, or he goes by Hex now, but he was the founder of Optic. So that's definitely in my top three. And just getting to meet all the players there. But yeah, those are my three. I said three, right?
I mean, shout out Insight News for
the plug.
Passes, man.
My top three was hosting our first bar night / club night at BX.
Yep.
Shout out to BX for putting us on, trusting us, and we got the bag for that.
It was the after party from our show, right? Or is it the next?
Yeah.
It was a different event actually.
Yeah, a whole different event.
Yeah.
Collected a bag for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fucked with
Union. That's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, that Union night
when we met.
Our homie's birthday. Our homie Hamza's birthday. That was our first time at having a VIP. That was fire.
We got to meet hella people that night.
Definitely. And then our last show at the Poorhouse was bussin'.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope.
That shit was lit as fuck.
Yes.
City Takeover Volume 1. Volume 2 was supposed to happen by now, but quarantine happened, so.
Quarantine,
bro. That shit pretty cool.
Also, Spring Jam Party.
Spring Jam Party should have probably that one's just an overlayer. If you ain't seen our Spring Jam Party vlog or you weren't there, there was like 1,000 people there. It was the most lit party the U of M has probably ever had. And we want to do it again, but we can't even do nothing right now, so yeah.
No cap.
But Ouija, what have been your favorite moments so far?
Shit, man. First off, I gotta say the Big Bands No Cheddar video. Yeah. That shit was fun as fuck.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
That was like the most fun I ever had.
If you haven't seen that, go check that shit out right now.
Bro, tap in. That shit go fucking stupid, bro. Tap in. That shit go crazy. Shit.
He's so uncomfortably cuddling.
Like, shit. I had to say after that, like, shit, I don't remember this night too well because it was my first night getting the VIP. My niggas gave me the VIP and I was off it, but that was a good ass night from what I remember. Shit. That for sure. Number 3, man, I don't know. I love performing, bro. So I mean, like, yeah. I'm gonna have to repeat, bro. Like all the shows, all the shows I've been involved in. Like that's just like that's my favorite memory. That and just like making music with my niggas. That's
yes, sir.
Just be like that.
Always.
Yes, sir. Those were our favorite moments. Get into the next question. This one says, "What artists do you look forward to hearing more of? What artists do you look forward to hearing more of this year? Besides anyone on this couch, I'd say NZ Rose has been going crazy.
Facts.
She's probably been going crazier than anyone else out here so far in 2020, just off of exposing herself to new audiences and making good music. Who else? Nerdy, obviously. He just dropped a new tape. I have to check it out, but I do have to. But yeah,
ZR.
ZR. Yeah, he was locked up for a little bit. But now he's out. Who are you looking forward to seeing most of? Like hearing what artists? That's the one that you got. But I mean, he's got it. Calvino's got his tape coming on 420. That shit's all hot. I've already heard all the songs on it, so I can't.
Insane, bro. That shit is insane. Do not.
We got
play,
videos.
Don't
good
play
videos
with him.
on
Stay
there.
with him.
I'm also
Don't play with him,
really
stay with
interested
him.
to see what a lot of these videographers are going to be doing this summer too, because there's a lot of really good videographers out here,
Yeah.
and they just keep getting better. So
cap.
Definitely.
and I'm also looking forward to with the plans I got that I can't tell anyone until they're all finalized. But there's some crazy shit going on.
I'm looking forward to shows.
Yep, shows when they
Whenever-
return.
Whenever
All the
shows
shows,
return, nobody knows, but
Nigga,
shit.
it could be anytime sooner though.
I mean,
I
Oh
swear.
my god.
I'm trying to do a show ASAP. Next question was, why don't you have your own water brand yet? Northern
Shit.
Chill. You need to get us. Well, we have a water sponsor, Northern Chill. 25% off if you use code 25WWTVNC on Amazon. You get free shipping as well.
I mean, they gonna get you right with that pH
Yeah,
balance.
but it's a really good water. But what I would like to do with them is maybe have a water wave flavored water, maybe like water wave berry fusion, like some watermelon wave, like something like that. But having our own water brand would be dope. But I already know if whatever type of water we could finam to get our logo on would not be good quality at this point in our career. So it's probably not worth it, and you probably wouldn't even want to drink it.
Yeah,
So I'm fine with having Northern Chill, the best water in the world, as our sponsor until we can maybe make a water wave flavor. But I've talked to them a little bit about that, but they're still a new company, and we're a new company, so that's something down the road for sure.
no kizzle.
Partnership.
Last question. Knowing what you know right now, what would you have done differently with water wave?
Nothing.
Yeah, I want to say nothing, but obviously there's probably a few things. But, like, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason at the time it happens. Because there's a lot of times where I'll be like, dang, I need to be doing this extra thing, or I need to be doing something, like, I need to be doing something else, or I should have done this other thing. But then, like, a week will go down the line, and everything will be turned out in a good way. In a better way than I even, thought it was going to be. So if there's anything I would do differently, I'd maybe probably host more shows. I would say that, but also I think not hosting as many shows has helped us with the credibility of throwing really good shows and not
that's
oversaturating the market with them. Mm-hmm. So like everything that you think you might have changed probably has a reason why you shouldn't have changed it.
For real.
So I don't know if there's anything I would have changed. Maybe like tried to force my way through a security guard to get to see Gunna or like Nav or when like some fame maybe really like went over the edge to go try to talk to a famous artist to get 5 minutes of their time for an interview. But other than that, I don't think there's anything I would change.
No, because there's definitely moments where we've like been close to an artist or like close to getting an interview, but then something will happen right before, and we could have pushed it that extra mile, but like would it have been worth it?
Yeah, just
maybe not.
Just for the record, I was literally like as close as you can close your fingers without touching to getting a 14-7 Cowboy interview.
And a 1,000 Band Fani
interview. And a 1,000 Band Fani interview.
But
things happen.
Shit
But things happen and you don't get it. So, everything happens for a reason. I mean, who knows? They could have just flopped anyways. They could have got some small amount of views that didn't add up to nothing and really grow nothing. But it still would have been dope to meet them regardless.
Facts.
But that was the Water Wave Q&A. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched the whole way through, you were definitely one of our biggest supporters. We've been doing this for 2 years.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got one more question I had.
Oh.
Somebody asked, do people ever ride the wave?
Do people ride the wave?
Yeah.
Definitely. If you ain't riding the wave, then what are you doing? Drowning?
You're definitely drowning.
I mean, if you ain't riding the wave, you drowning in all the content we making.
Either you drowning or you just on the beach getting sunburned, probably.
That's tragic.
Sunburned, probably. funny.
But this was Waterwave TV, Waterwave Q&A 2-year anniversary. We're going crazy. It's only been 2 years. We're going to be going for 222 years at least. So.
Yeah, bitch.
I mean,
We are
so-
immortal.
So even after we
Waterwave
did, just know
shit,
that this
man.
name finna keep
You
going.
know fucking drill, man.
But-
Immortal.
You know
But we out
fucking
here.
Drill, man.
You know, we coming. We got
You know,
Louis WWTV. What you got to say,
Drill,
man?
man. We got nigga Louis in the spot, man.
Oh,
he out here biting on phones.
Alright.
Nigga.
He eating the mic. All right, that's time to end. But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, repost, tell everyone about us. We got hella videos coming. Black Sheep on 420. Summer season coming shortly after that, and a bunch of other shit happening. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
nigga.
Shit, bitch.
Waterway
Waterway.
shit, bitch. Know the fuck this drill is, man. Fucking fuck niggas, man. Yo, bitch. Yeah.
How long was y'all shit?